How does one design a life and business around your human design? Well, it helps to understand the different energies that you have consistent access to. So go take a peek at your body graph and check out if you have either the channel of concentration, rhythm, money, or surrender. Because in this video, we are breaking down a design of someone that has all of those channels to see how she has been able to build a multi-million-dollar course business with those energies. I'm Amanda Horvath, and on this channel, I help eliminate the obstacles to getting you sitting where I'm sitting right now, in front of the camera, sharing your message with the world. And one of the ways that I do that is by helping you tap into your unique energy by using your human design. So if you're ready to use video in your strategy this year and you want to do it in a way that aligns with your natural energy, then be sure to subscribe and check out the helpful resources that are linked in the description below. Every year, the queen of online courses launches her signature course, Digital Course Academy. Now, while there's many different elements that go into making her course successful, the cart open period, the period where people can actually buy the course, is only 2 weeks long. And during these 2 weeks, she makes $10 million. That's a lot of money. Now, people are always skeptical about people that sell courses on how to sell courses, but as someone that has created and launched an online course myself, I can tell you it's not easy, and it is definitely a skill that needs to be taught and learned. Now, full disclosure, I am an affiliate for Amy Porterfield every single year when she promotes Digital Course Academy because it's so damn good. Like, for real, for real. Amy was literally designed to do what she's doing, so why not promote that? In today's video, we are going to be breaking down Amy Porterfield's chart to show you exactly what I mean by being designed to do this and how she's been able to leverage the consistent energy that she has access to be able to build this multi-million-dollar course business. So whether you're just an Amy Porterfield fan and you want to see what energies she has access to, or you are someone that has one of those channels that I previously mentioned, then definitely stick around till the end of this video because you are going to learn a lot about how human design ties together and can help someone determine what their path in life can be. Hold up, real quick, if you are watching this video at the time that it is being released, there is an extra resource for you in the description below. It is a secret podcast that Amy put together telling her story to success. And I personally am so excited to listen to it. And it's gonna be really cool for you to listen to after watching this video because you're going to be able to see what energies Amy has access to, and then you're going to hear her experience of those energies. And so it'll be kind of a fun thing to bounce back and forth on. So go check that out in the description below if you are watching this video at the time of it being released. So I've got Amy Porterfield's chart pulled up on the screen that I might record and show you, as well as the definitive guide to human design book so that you can see if you have different channels, how you can look this up for yourself as well. I also love to pull from source information when it comes to human design because when you use the actual words that are in the book, even though they seem cryptic, it can be really helpful to really understand the frequencies of this. I will link to several videos in the description below as well that will help you further study your design. But let's dive into Amy Porterfield's chart. I want to structure this video in a way that will help you actually understand human design for yourself and how to read a chart as well. So I'm going to be talking through several different things, and whenever I explain something, I'm going to circle where on the chart it is coming from. If there is an area that I can circle, some of the information will just be coming out from other areas, but this way you'll know where this information is coming from. So I am recording my screen right here. So the first thing is really looking at the overview of who she is. And first and foremost, she is a manifesting generator, and that is because any of these motors right here, these are the 4 motors within the chart, they actually do have access to the throat. So anytime a motor can reach the throat and you have the sacral defined, that makes a manifesting generator. So Amy Porterfield is a gladiator. She can take an idea to reality very quickly, and she has the energy behind it to actually execute on what needs to happen in order for that to happen. So it's really a great design already to start. A lot of people in this world, we think that we're manifesting generators and we are not. I'm a projector. for example. I am not here to be a doer. I am here to be a guide. So she has that going for her first and foremost. The second thing is that anytime you have a format energy here, that is a great place to start in the channel because it's going to flavor the entire rest of the chart. So right here, this 952 is the channel of concentration. And if this doesn't describe Amy Porterfield, I don't know what does. It is the ability to focus on details, specifically be able to sit still and really analyze the details and look for the patterns that are repeating themselves over and over again to be able to perfect the pattern and then turn around and share it with others. It's a collective. It's part of the collective circuitry within human design. With this ability to look at the details, this definitely shows up in the way that Amy approaches all of her courses. It's very step-by-step, it's very methodical, it is very logical instead of having more of this kind of like esoteric side of things. It's very like structured in a way. Then she also has this 15-5, which is the channel of rhythm. And this is someone that's designed to be in the flow. And so Amy has this specific way that she goes about life. And it is also very logical. There's a pattern, but there's a love of humanity in this channel in the gate 15, where right here, gate 15, where she is going to respect the diversity of multiple different people. And in doing that, she also respects her own unique diversity that she has. And so someone that has this channel can be fixed in their extreme ways. A lot of people that have this might have a specific rhythm that they follow consistently. Other people, they might have kind of like a more extremes back and forth. Like, for example, they might sleep 10 hours one night and 2 hours the next, and it makes sense to them logically because everyone has their own way of going about things in this world. And so why not me be able to follow my unique flow? Now, one of the things with this channel is it's part of the tantric channels, and so I'm kind of weaving all of this in for you guys. These 3 channels right here, terrible drawing, but you get the idea. Those are the tantric channels, and they provide direction for a group. And so whenever Amy is in a group, she's gonna pull people into her flow. And I definitely think this is the case when you take Digital Course Academy. There is something that is so just like blinders on, focus, because it's coming from that concentration, as well as being pulled into the flow of taking action. And so if you're someone that is wanting to be able to take action, to understand and get through the details, going into her world and getting pulled into her way of operating a business can be extremely beneficial. And she's constantly sharing these different rhythms and flows that she has for that within her podcast and within her online courses as well. There's another side to Amy that is more tribal. So previously we just described everything that's very collective, the collective circuitry that I mentioned. Now, tribal Amy is very different. This is about blood and sacrifice and moving the tribe where they need to go in order to survive. It's about spotting things and being able to say, you know what, we need to move the tribe from this area to this area over here. It's about looking at different resources that the tribe has access to and how to really delegate those resources in a way that's going to benefit everyone, right? So first we'll start off with this channel of surrender, and this is the sales and marketing channel. Hello, Amy Porterfield. Yes, you have the full sales and marketing channel, and she is a perfect description of it as well. So this is the ability to position something and to have this instinctual, intuitive knowing about what resources, what talent is going to be good, and being able to take that talent or that message that we're trying to get out to the tribe and be able to have the right words. So over here is the position of it and the ability to smell talent. And then over here on the 26, that is the ability to have the right words to use to actually make a sale. The 26 is really a salesman, a natural salesman. And to point out where this falls in Amy's chart without going too much into depth, it is her sun sign. So Amy is designed to be a natural salesperson, and it's specifically selling things in a way And in fact, let me just pull up the book here because I think it's very fascinating. So Gate 26 is where memory is manipulated, where potential and possibility are transformed into reality and then sold to the public. So I started this video off by saying that Amy Porterfield made $10 million in 2 weeks' time. So she took the potential and was able to transfer that into the possibility, right, of actually making this happen. She's showed us what is possible in this area and is able to sell it to us, to the public, for a price, because tribal energy is very much about like, you have what you have, I'm gonna get what I need, you know, we're all gonna kind of survive together. This is very capitalistic, it is very entrepreneurial as well, and there has to be a healthy balance between rest and work. They're eager to be on the front of the lines of the tribe, like fighting for them, but they also have to have that ability to really step back and rest at the same time, because it's attached to the ego. So if we erase all this here, this center, the ego, is the center for willpower, and it doesn't have a consistent flow that is always running, always there, like the sacral energy does, which is a motor that really never stops running so long as you're doing what you're satisfied doing. But with the willpower, it's going to run out eventually. So it has to have that time of that balance between rest and work. Now, this channel is instinctively alert for and willing to address whatever possesses a threat or needs improving or replacing in order to keep the tribe viable. And how I see that in Amy is she is so incredibly good at being like, all right, guys, the industry has changed, the market has changed, we need to change the course model of how to have success with the course for the current market, and here's how we are going to do that. And by the way, you need to buy whatever it is that I'm selling to you because you need the latest updated version in order to have success, in order to be able to survive. Now, I was a part of Amy Porterfield's, or am a part of Amy Porterfield's membership, which is called Momentum, that you'll have access to if you join Digital Course Academy and choose to join Momentum. And I remember when COVID hit, she was like, guys, she was like a leader in this area. She was stepping up and she's like, we need to address this. We need to figure out how to survive. The course business is not going anywhere. This is your opportunity to step up to whatever. And she was really leading people in that, being able to address whatever poses a threat or needs improvement, right? Now, also paired, going back to her actual chart, right? Paired with that ability to sit still and concentrate and analyze the pattern. Those two together are forming an amazing person that is able to figure out the sales and marketing, how to move people in a way that they need to be moved, how to like convince you to buy a course that's going to make your life better so that you can survive better, right? In a step-by-step fashion, coming from that channel of concentration, and in a way that is going to be able to have that love of humanity, right? Of that 515, she's promoting each individual's unique self and being able to monetize that. So you're seeing how all these things are coming together. It's such a beautiful thing when you look at people's charts, and it's just crazy to me how she is made for this entirely. All right, so then next we have the channel of money. I mean, come on, Amy Porterfield, the channel of money, yes. And this is specifically like with 45, which is part of her earth, which is what grounds her. It is this energy of the queen that owns the land, that is going to put the people in place to be able to handle the resources of that land, the managers of the resources. I'm going into a little bit of detail here, but what's really interesting is that right here in her south node was 21, right? Which is this gate down here. And your south node is what is going to be the primary theme of your life in the early part of your life. And then as you kind of move on, you're going to move on to different areas. And 21 is biting through hardship and being able to look at resources and determine how those resources are going to be used and being in control of those resources. And I think that's funny because I think with her being part of Tony Robbins' team initially, right? And erasing here, I'll add one more side of this as well. Right here, this 51 is initiating. And so she was initiated in her South Node as well, in the first part of her life, into this world of sales and marketing by Tony Robbins. She was thrown into this world of it. She was handling resources to make that successful so that she could have success, but also he could have success. And then has moved out of that and has stepped into her own role as the queen of her business, being able to put the right people in place to manage those resources. So altogether, it's just absolutely amazing when you really look at this person being here to be able to concentrate on the step-by-step details, figure it out, turn around and share it with the tribe, convince us all to buy, and be able to make money while doing it, which is also tribal. This 444 goes all the way over to the ego, the 26, and then up to the throat, right, to be able to make money. Not a great color. I should have done that in a different color. But that combination is just such a powerful combination. And if she's born later in the day, there's some extra energies that come on board that would put gas on the fire even more. But even without that, it's pretty incredible. And now we're getting definitely into the details with this, but just to show you how these energies work and how you can read a chart. Gate 47 is the gate of oppression, and it shows up specifically in the ability to really sort through this confusion and these lack of clarity that it's really hard to understand something. And so her ability to be able to look at something that's confusing and be able to actually process it in a way so that others can actually understand it, because it's very collective and sharing that knowledge, that's also part of her sun, right? Let's look at the world of online marketing and all the different possibilities and all the confusion that can come with building a business. Let's cut through that confusion and be able to make it in a clear way that people can follow in a step-by-step fashion. Hello. And by the way, we're going to do it in a way that is graceful with this gate 22, this way that kind of seems effortless and like you're flowing through in a really gracious way. Now, of course, these are on her design side, and the design side is unconscious. Typically, it's not what we see in ourselves, it's what other people see in us. So she might not feel like she is doing it in a gracious way as she's moved through this process. Now, the very final thing that I want to talk about is the fact that she is a 4/6. And this is a 4/6 profile. Now, as I mentioned, if she is later in the day, she will turn into a 4/1 profile. From following her, 4/6 definitely resonates, but 4/1 could as well, I'm not sure. But 4/6, this is someone that is going to really lean into their network and influence their network. The 4 lines out there, I am also a 4, I'm a 4/1. They have influence over their network, and they're here kind of to be the natural influencer in a way. And then with the 6 at first is going to be this trial and error process. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We got to figure it out. We got to fail a million times. And Amy always talks about all the different obstacles that she went through to just have the success that she has now, right? The failed webinars, the failed launches, all of that. And then the 6 eventually gets to a point where they have enough trial and error to where now they can be the role model, and they can really just own the lessons that they've learned in that first part of their life. And then they can be a role model to their network, right? So that also is so fitting. Now, final thing that I'll say is that human design, everything that I just covered, it's really kind of in the mind about how all these frequencies are working. But Amy doesn't probably know her human design, and these energies are playing out in the background. And what's ultimately guiding her decision-making process is this connection to her gut instinct or gut feeling, really, of which direction to go. Do you want to go this way? Do you want to go that way? Right? This kind of connection to it. And so she's naturally going to get pulled away from that in certain ways, because we all have areas within our lives that we're going to be a little trapped in these areas. They're the open centers of our chart. So anything that is white in our chart are where the problem areas are going to come in. And so any time that she might be acting from these areas is when things might be creating more resistance in her life. And so really it's trying to solve other people's problems, trying to prove that you are certain. This is the way to launch an online course, right? When it's going to be changing all the time. So you don't need to prove that you're certain. As well as avoiding confrontation and truth. People that are off the emotional wave. Amy is off the emotional wave, which essentially means that she doesn't have a consistent way of experiencing her emotions. She's going to be empathic to other people's coming in. And when that is the case, you have the tendency to avoid confrontation and truth. And I'm sure with this design, and I'm not sure, I suppose, I'm guessing, but with someone that is designed to be in control, 21 is being in control of the resources, plus that can be really challenging to give up control over different parts of your business and different things like that. Paired with this natural tendency to avoid confrontation and truth, it would have been challenging probably for Amy to be able to put together a team to be able to execute on these things. And so it probably took a lot of years of trial and error to really figure that out and how to do that in a way that actually effortlessly flowed. All right, there's one other thing that I want to nerd out on with you guys, and that is Amy Porterfield's Incarnation cross, which is the right angle cross of rulership. And the Incarnation cross is really the purpose that your life starts to play out. Like it's the purpose that you're here to live out, and it naturally begins to unfold as you begin to really tap into your strategy and authority, which for Amy Porterfield is going to be really tapping into that instinctual knowing followed by that gut response of yes or no, which way to go. And so it says, and this is pulled from Human Design Tools, humandesign.tools, you have the energy to promote yourself as a leader. Your skills in spinning your image will sell your ability to live. This is not a fact-based enterprise. Your ability to lead is based on the marketing energy that you possess. Yes. You are here to be a leader and sell yourself as a leader. Just make sure that you have the goods to get it done. I mean, come on. All right, I definitely went down the nerdy human design rabbit hole there, but I hope that this video was helpful for you to understand how different frequencies can go into helping you determine what kind of business model you would thrive at. I think Amy Porterfield, is a great example of her being able to use these energies in a way that aligns with her natural energy to be able to build a business that she loves and be able to impact thousands while doing it. So I want to once again mention that resource that I mentioned at the beginning. If you are watching this at the time of this video being released, I highly suggest checking out her podcast of her story to success. It will be linked in the description below. Otherwise, if this video is helpful, please be sure to click like and drop a comment below letting me know your thoughts and any insights that you might have gained by watching this video. And if you would like to dive deeper into your human design chart, then I will link to several videos on the screen here that will help you do that. Or you can book a human design reading with me that is linked in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.